This is probably the only weird or paranormal thing that has ever happened in my life. My main reason for this post is essentially to see if any psychologists or doctors can explain what happened to me, but it's fairly simple. Be me, a 4 or 5-year-old with parental issues. Casually chilling on the couch, doing typical 4-year-old stuff. Essentially out of a wall near my door, I hear a deep and dark voice, one even never heard before, say hello, in Polish as per me being Polish. Me, a 4-year-old, is curious what that voice is. I say, who are you? Oh, it's surely nobody that important, right? I'm God. Oh. Me, 4 to 5-year-old, who grew up in a Catholic household with somewhat understanding what God is, simply said, where is my dad? He left for work temporarily and I was missed him. This God said my dad is at work. This is where my memory gets a bit iffy, but I remember going to where my mom was, essentially just a room apart, and I'd where she called me or I just ran there out of instinct. Either way I remember the rest fairly well. So I am in my mom's room, she's doing laundry. Mom, did you hear that? I ask. She said no. I come back to the room, the voice already disappeared. Never hear that voice again. Be me. Media studies major. Live alone in small apartment off campus. Normal Friday, hitting Eddie's, working on midterm project. TV on in the background, local news talk show or whatever. Half watching, half scrolling. Suddenly hear my voice. Glance at screen. Guy being interviewed looks exactly like me, exactly. Same hoodie, same haircut, same face, same movement. WTF. Check air date. Episode aired today. Thinking I'm tripping balls. No emails from the school. No messages about any interview. Roommate moved out a month ago, so nobody to ask. Tell myself I'm fucking tripping. Few days later. Walking out of lecture. Girl I sorta know from another class says didn't know you were an ex's 9 a.m. too. WTF, I was asleep until like 12. Rewatch. Interview later that night. Fucker has the same name. Getting too fucking real. Next week sat at the campus cafe reading. Glance up. See someone walking by outside. It's him. Same clothes, everything. Dude stops in the middle of the sidewalk. How nobody noticed this shit? Look down cause fuck that. Look back up, he's already walking away. Starting to avoid mirrors. Later that night walking back from library. My hallway's quiet, motion lights flicker on. He's standing at my fucking door. Brave it out to ask. Who are you? Yeah, fuck that. Dash the fuck out. Step outside. All lights in the building go out. Never seen him since. Be me. Media studies major. Live alone in small apartment off campus. Normal Friday, hitting Eddie's, working on midterm project. TV on in the background, local news talk show or whatever. Half watching, half scrolling. Suddenly hear my voice. Glance at screen. Guy being interviewed looks exactly like me, exactly. Same hoodie, same haircut, same face, same movement. WTF. Check air date. Episode aired today. Thinking I'm tripping balls. No emails from the school. No messages about any interview. Roommate moved out a month ago, so nobody to ask. Tell myself I'm fucking tripping. Few days later. Walking out of lecture. Girl I sorta know from another class says didn't know you were an ex's 9 a.m. too. WTF, I was asleep until like 12. Rewatch interview later that night. Fucker has the same name. Getting too fucking real. Next week sat at the campus cafe reading. Glance up. See someone walking by outside. It's him. Same clothes, everything. Dude stops in the middle of the sidewalk. How nobody noticed this shit? Look down cause fuck that. Look back up, he's already walking away. Starting to avoid mirrors. Later that night walking back from library. My hallway's quiet, motion lights flicker on. He's standing at my fucking door. Brave it out to ask. Who are you? Yeah, fuck that. Dash the fuck out. Step outside. All lights in the building go out. Never seen him since. Be me. 14 years old. Saturday night. Chilling in my room browsing 4chan. Shitposting and such. Mom calls me to help her with the computer. She's in her home clothes, relaxed. Wants to play Bejeweled on FB. She struggles with tech sometimes. Start bringing it up for her. Your dad has to work late tonight. Can smell alcohol on her breath. Notice red cup of wine on the desk. That sucks, Ma. I hope he can come home soon. Game is ready to go. I start to leave the room. Oh, stay with me, Mijito. I want someone to talk to. Nah fucking way. Exe. Sit in the chair next to her. Get close, Iho. Help me find the matches. Notice she's not wearing a bra under her shirt. Unique situation processing. Something within told me to reach out. Felt trapped in my body as the flesh reached out. Grabbed her breast. Began massaging it while she played. Oh, that feels good. She's enjoying it. I'm stuck behind my eyes in the moment. A few minutes go by. She realizes where she is. Iho, what are you doing? Release and back up immediately. She didn't say anything else or move. I left the room. Freaking out in my bedroom, wondering what came over me. Hear Dad's car pull up. Aw fuck, thighs is it. PNG. Hear him come inside and move around the house. Don't dare to leave my room. Bedtime. I woke up the next day uncertain if what I did was real. Sometimes the memory comes to me and I can't tell if it's legit. My mom and dad have never spoken of it to me or to anyone, not even sure my mom told my dad. Been 15 years now, so it's likely she forgot. Felt and feels otherworldly. Oh man. I love these threads. Storytime immense. Be me as a child. Parents are apeshit over Fruit of the Loom. Every piece of underwear I own is Fruit of the Loom. Parents are also deeply unwell and have government connections, an absolutely catastrophic pairing. One day looking at the logo, realize there is no cornucopia, which at the time I thought was the Loom. Remember a cornucopia when I saw it on The Simpsons. Notice from then on that several pieces of media have the cornucopia but it's not in the logo. Keep wondering where the cornucopia comes from. Eventually decide it's weird, but I don't give a shit. Fast forward a year or so, probably late 2000s at this point. In the store with mom one day. Entire section that has the cornucopia. WTF.jpg. Decided I did not care about this just months before, but now I'm freaking out because the cornucopia is there. I'd never really stopped checking the logos and it's never been there. I take a closer look. There it is, Fruit of the Loom. It looks exactly the same. The font is the same, the packaging is the same, everything is the same. But there's a cornucopia. Pointed out to my mom, she's so surprised that at first she starts to argue. It's the same brand, just spelled slightly different, Anon. This is weird. Mom taught me what knockoff brands are, but she's saying that they don't exist. The regular brand Fruit of the Loom, weirder still, is literally right next to these, and I hold up both, comparing them with and without the cornucopia. Mom is insisting that knockoff brands are illegal. I'm so angry, I don't even care about the stupid fruits, but mom just keeps acting hysterical. Go round and round like this until she seems to accept it. Get properly branded fatal. Right before we leave she turns, smiles and says you're a freak. Typical behavior from mom, but I question her anyway. No normal little kid sees things like that. I'm telling. She proudly walks away with her head in the air. PT1. Be me. Be born. Live. Fall into open sewer. Die. Hello, Anon, I'm Linus Torvalds. But you can call me Street Linux. I created the simulation you're all in. Your life was a game. There was one objective. When you were born, you started out with your source code. As you matured and interacted with your environment, your source code grew and evolved. However, there are hackers in the simulation. They're called philosophical zombies, or NPCs. The NPCs try to hack into your mind and steal your code. They are only able to bypass the security mechanisms for your neural servers by ocular link-up. In other words, they have to look you in the eye. Congratulations, Anon, Due to your terminal autism, you have never made eye contact with anyone, therefore no one has stolen your source code. Congratulations, Anon. You win the simulation. Be born the next King of England. This happened to me just last year. I swear to God it's all 100% true. Be me, in the woods. Totally isolated from all human contact for an entire weekend. Bring basic survival pack, Skinwalker survival guide, offline/x/threads for reference, relativistic assault rifle with 4 extra plasma cartridges just in case, jerky, you know, the usual. Tactically into a cave on the side of the mountains in a state that I will vaguely describe as bordering other states if anyone asks. Suddenly freeze and shit myself with instinctive fear. Awful, terrifying odor that I literally cannot describe with words in any language. But it smelled like blood and copper. Spill spaghetti and yell what is up into cave. Hear what sounds like one of those dogs trying to talk say AAA faggot from inside the cave. Blind fire few matter displacement rounds. Smell gets worse, hear screaming that sounds like a cross between nails on a chalkboard and another generic unpleasant sound that I can't think of because I'm not creative enough. Tactically back down to the mountain to my conveniently parked vehicle that I didn't mention until just now because I forgot to make sure the story was consistent. Drive away. I will never go back there again, /x/. I wasn't a believer in this stuff but I pinky promise on my mom's grave that it's true. Not paranormal in my opinion but it's stuck with me ever since. Be me in 2023. Dreaming about random shit. It suddenly shifts to this realistic feeling, like I was awake even though I obviously wasn't. With a friend of mine walking through this realistic yet dreamlike hospital. We get into a doctor's room when this man appears. He appears to be wearing clothing from the 1930s-40s. Get into an argument that I can barely remember, something about seeing the doctor first. He immediately pulls out a gun. My friend is gone and I start booking it. He eventually catches up and shoots me in the leg. Remember feeling this burning sensation. I still remember the fear and desperation I felt in that moment. After I let out a loud scream I'm shot in the head. I go limp and can't feel anything at this point. There is no audio at this point and everything fades. Remember seeing a bright light before waking up. My heart is racing and I'm sweating crazy. Stay up for a bit from the adrenaline, before passing out 2 hours later. I can't explain what happened other than it was just an intense vivid nightmare. That being said I've never had a dream that felt this real before. And I have seen a ghost kid with similar clothing when I was 5 or 6. Be me. Re-download my Steam copy of DDLC. When I boot it up, I'm taken to the Monica alone scene immediately. She starts talking about the literature club members, and how I didn't spend enough time with her, and left her alone for too long. I think I installed it wrong somehow to get to this screen immediately so I try to exit out of full screen, but I can't tab out. Try everything possible to log out of full screen. Nothing works. Decide to unplug my computer. The game is still open and running even though I've unplugged the power cable and the monitor. It's been 5 hours and she's talking to me with that creepy, satisfied smile. MFW. Be me. Feed stray cat for about 2/3 years. Pretty friendly, allow me to pet him. Today for the first time did the cute but retarded thing to bring a dead rat in front of my door. Dispose of the corpse but with smile. Well, I guess it's a sign. Okay human, you are cool. Later that night I find a new scary movie to watch. About occultism, why not? The Autopsy of Jane Doe 2016. The same stuff happened in the movie. I watched like a lot of movies and can't remember another one which the same scene. The cat has the same color of mine. Dude in the scene looks like me. /x/explain, should I create a religion? Okay. Be me in 2025 of this year. A few months ago. living in Downingtown, Pennsylvania with a exotic dancer GF who I recently broke up with. She calls me one night at 2 to 3 a.m. and there's static on the other end of the line. Seconds later I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Later that night I hear voices in my room go tee sleeping and the lamplight flickers. Video game controller goes missing. TV goes missing. Cold spots in the house at 3 a.m. and I'm shivering. It's not the AC. One night at 3 a.m. I awake and look at my phone and a reel sent to me on the other end is a lizard man and he's calling me names, demeaning me. I turn to the right of my couch and see a black static shadow figure sitting in a chair. Realize my house is under a fucking poltergeist and GTFO out. Dodge. True story. Be me. Collect succubus pike rolls. See LARP post about femboy incubus called Florian. Comedy gold LARPing. Go jerk off. Have feeling to try it anyways before bed. Am I going crazy? Maybe I'm just a porn addict. What the actual fuck is going on? I called him nights ago and nothing happened. Woke up to someone calling my baby daddy yesterday. Haha, brain does weird shit sometimes. Had dream next night I'm making out with someone while they dry humped my dick. Tried to take my dick out, then he let me see his face. We were on porch, there were trees and flowers everywhere. He was the most woman looking guy I've ever seen. Looks like pike roll. He waved his finger and said not yet. Grabbed my face with his hand and pushed me back. I wake up. I don't get it, is this real? Did I make a tulpa? I can see that being more of a realistic outcome. This shit cannot be real. I was playing Pow World, damn, I started hearing someone telling me to break them in a slutty voice repeatedly and my dick just got hard. If this is real then I think I'm possessed and I need help. I don't even think I'm gay.